All right. See if this works. How does it sound? Let's see if I can get chat going here. Yeah, we'll go through everything. Let me pop this out real quick. How's everyone doing? Doing a little impromptu stream. Oh my god. All right. Oh, what's up, Rick? Guitar, sort of. So yeah, I've gotten a few questions about these amps. These are probably my 3 favorite amps in existence right now, to be honest. Obviously, the Invective is my sort of collaboration signature with Peavey, so that very well should be one of my favorites. But these top two, the Dover and the Omega, were 2 really awesome surprises. I tried them both out at NAMM, and I went ahead and just bought both of them. I ordered them like pretty much when I got home, which is why I have them now. And I was just really kind of blown away. I think this is it's interesting. It's like 3 very different amps with 3 different goals. Like, the Dover is definitely the sort of Brit voicing, you know, that hot-rodded Marshall kind of vibe, but I think it's just one of the finest examples of that, if I'm quite honest. The Omega, I think is probably one of the most unique sounding amps. Like, I can't quite place what it sounds like. If I had to maybe generalize, I'd say it's like a very modern sounding Mesa or Soldano kind of vibe. A little bit darker, still big sounding, but very modern. Whereas Mesas to me sound like, you know, kind of like amps from the late 90s, early 2000s, that kind of vibe. This is a very, very modern 2020 take on it, and it's very aggressive, but still really raw. I think you'll hear for yourself. Hopefully you can hear on this. And then obviously the Invective is like a hot-rodded take on a 5150, which is one of my favorite circuits. So I feel like these 3 amps cover pretty much all the ground that I like on high-gain amps. I really like my GoPro. Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't know. How's this sound? I'm using that media mod. Like, is the sound okay? Can you guys hear? I figured we'd just go through some of the basic sounds. So right now, the Dover DA50, this is a 50-watt head. I believe it's got 2 6L6s in it. And it's a 2-channel amp, but this first channel is not really intended to be a clean, you know? I mean, I suppose you can go clean-ish, but I wouldn't say that's the goal. It's always gonna have a little bit of dirt, and I quite like it as like a rhythm channel. So it seems like channel 1 and channel 2, channel 1's got a little bit more low mid and a little bit more size to it, and channel 2 is the more aggressive of the 2. You can kind of get around the same amount of gain out of both channels, which is pretty interesting. And there's a boost built into the amp. I'm not entirely sure what it's doing, but it's definitely boosting the amount of gain. I don't know if it's a traditional like Tube Screamer style boost, but I will say that this amp really doesn't seem to need a boost. I'll probably do another one of these videos where I actually have my precision drive in front of each of them with settings that make sense for it. But it's arguable that you might not need a boost with this amp. It's like super tight, right? And then if we do the boost on this, everything you'd need right there. Good for I'm in drop A flat on my 7. And then moving on to game 2, I figured I'd also do one of these on Twitch, where like I'm actually plugged into my computer with a load box, and you can hear how it sounds recorded. I probably use my the GGD Zilla cabs, so you can hear how this might sound in a recorded setup. But this is good. Like I know there's a big debate of whether like, oh, you know, but that doesn't show how it sounds in the room. Hopefully this demonstrates what it sounds like in the room. I hope. I don't know what you're hearing right now. Is that a JPX? No, this is my signature Jackson. I've got, this is my Jackson Juggernaut, the USA model. This has got the Bare Knuckle Ragnarok set in it with the carbon fiber covers. This is how this guitar comes. So it's all stock. I do have my Horizon 10 to 65 set on this. Which I quite like the sound of and the feel of. So yeah, moving on to game 2. We kind of compare. We gotta get the levels right. If we get the levels. Gain 1. It's a little tighter, but it's not like a world of difference. And I guess you could set one to be higher gain, one less. Oh, thanks. If Rick says it sounds good, then it probably does sound good. I trust his ears. Alright, let's see if I remember how to play this. It's been a while since I played that. All right, so play Insomnia, wrong guitar. Plus, I haven't practiced that in years. Wouldn't know how to play it. What is it? Oh. And it's on 7, so. I don't remember how to play it. I'd have to relearn that. So yeah, that's basically the overview of this. I'll say this amp probably has the least sort of range of sound out of these 3 amps. But that doesn't bother me because it is dialed in so well. Like this, as far as like hot-rodded British amps go, the Dover DA50 is my personal favorite. I've yet to come across a hot-rodded British amp that I think sounds better. And I don't care if it's got more features or whatever. Like there's a lot of stuff that's way better featured than this. But this, despite being a 1-trick pony or a 2-trick pony with a boost or whatever, it nails that sound. I think it sounds fantastic, and I have plugged it into the load box, and I think that sounds great as well. So here, let's move on to the Omega for comparison. Let me just have to do this old-fashioned, so just bear with me for a sec. And we're gonna put that in there. We're going through my Zilla cab right now, by the way, which has a vintage 30 and a Creamback H, and this is one of my favorite cabs of all time. It's definitely a benchmark cab. I know how this cab sounds, and I know how amps react to this. So, you know, and I apologize for the studio being a mess. Who am I kidding? It's always a mess. this is the Omega. I hope that level is good there. See, right off the bat, it's like a darker kind of voicing. Really raw. It's very aggressive, I think. And it's got two voicings here. It's got a voicing switch. Now, this to me, I don't know exactly what it's doing, but this top voicing is more of a scooped thing, and then the bottom one gives you a bit more mid-range. I don't know if you can hear the difference, but yeah. And I'm kind of playing around with both. This is an amp that I found I had to spend a little bit more time dialing in to get what I wanted out of it. For example, I found that I like running the master really high on this one, the channel volume lower. It gives a sort of bloom to the note that I like. And then it's got a low gain mode here. So it's darker, kind of bigger. To be honest, this is the kind of setting where I probably would put a precision drive in front of it because it does get a little bit flubby for my taste. But there's so much low end there that if I did put a precision drive in front of it, it would actually sound really good, I think. I'll do another video with precision drives, or a precision drive in front of all of these. I just figured I'd do like kind of a raw take first, right? So if you do... There's something this amp does, which I don't know exactly what's going on, but like, it'll sort of like reset the note. It's like very fast. I don't know if you can hear that. It's like sort of like cutting the note right as like the next one comes in. It's a very interesting thing. One of the first tube amps I ever had, a VHT Pitbull CLX, did that, and it's a really cool sound. But yeah. Really smooth top end, so like it'll be great for leads. Obviously, I'm not playing with delay or anything. You don't need to hear that whole solo, but you know. Can I do a stream? Ambient live streams with a matchless. That matchless is too sick. I actually bought that. My business partner at Horizon Devices had a matchless Clubman, and he was like, "Dude, you need one of those. If you find a good one, make sure you grab it." So I did, and man, like that amp is sick. It's very unique. It's very sparkly, very touch sensitive amp. Fantastic though. I really like it. I think we used it on P4 for some of the clean parts. Anyways, still trying to decide if I like the voicing in the scoop mode with more mids, or less mids in the lower, more mid-rangey mode. So yeah, it's basically the vibe on that. Again, this is just one channel, so it's pretty much all there is to show you. I do have this dialed in sort of the way that I like, and I did find that this one was a bit more finicky to get to sound where I wanted it to sound. So these are the settings I kind of like on this one. Moving on, now we can hear how the Invective sounds. And the Invective obviously is the most full-featured out of all of these. So it's a very different concept. But, you know, it's just a different approach. They're all fantastic amps. They all have very different flavors, as far as I'm concerned. But, you know, obviously this one also has, like, a boost and all that fun stuff built in. This is the most aggressive of the bunch. We've got a gate too, which is super handy. You know? Bulb huges in everyone. This thing's making some noise. Probably busted from all the times I moved it. I don't know, what is that? Is that power tubes? Whatever. So this has like the crunch mode as well, which sounds bigger. Turn off the gate and the boost, then it's more, it's like very woofy and like kind of big, but it's good for like chords, you know. The lead has less low end, but yeah. That's just the raw lead channel. So less low end, but way more aggressive. And then obviously if we put the boost in the gate, then lose a little bit of low end, but it's still very aggressive. I don't know what to play. All right. So, and this one obviously has a clean channel, which, you know, is supposed to be nice and pristine. And it's got this, actually the thing I really like is this boost that's built into that. It's not a tube screamer style, it's its own kind of vibe. Just a really fun setting to play on. And like what I would call sort of the most fun and sort of fat rhythm sound is like the crunch with the boost on, the gate, you know, and you kind of crank the gain, have the low end and the resonance all the way up. The Peaveys are JJ6L6s. So actually, all three of these are 6L6s, I believe. Because I know for a fact the Omega is. Pretty sure the Dover is. Oh, let's take a quick look. Let's see, I don't know if I could see here without. Nope, I can't do it really easily. And the Peavey's JJ6L6s. So. All right, and with that, I'll leave it at that. That's enough noodling. But yeah. Oh, what's a little trick for the little harmonic to the intro of Blood Eagle? Well, the very intro is just me like doing one of those. The trick to that, actually, Randy Edwards, like, who shoots a lot of photos. He actually shot our video for Follow Your Ghost Live. Best dude, one of the best dudes. Really sick guitarist, really sick photographer and videographer. But he was like playing around the guitar. He's the one who showed me that trick, which is like rather than doing the harmonic like that, you do like hold down first fret, and then we're in drop tuning, right? But you do that kind of dissonant chord, and then you like the harmonic there becomes dissonant. So. I told him I'd work it into a riff because I thought it was so cool, and that's what ended up happening with Blood Eagle. So yeah, Blood Eagle E string pre-chorus muted part. I mean like the see, that's where the Dover would be perfect for this sound. That part? That part. We come for a war. Before we come for a war. How's that song go? I don't know. I'm off tour. I don't know how to play the songs. It's like I tell everyone every time. It's like a math test. Like the second I'm done with tour, I just erase it all from my brain so I can like learn how to sim race or something. Blood Eagle playthrough. One of these days we'll do it. Why don't we do a playthrough at some point where I do a playthrough like this? That'd be kind of funny, right? You guys can sort of see the guitar, right? Yeah? Yeah? I don't remember how to play that riff. That riff's tough. Yeah. I don't remember how to play it. That sucks. All right. Well, anyways, thank you so much for watching, guys. This is like a little impromptu jammer. Probably do the one where I plug into my computer and the load box on Twitch, and I'll probably multi-stream to YouTube. But thanks for joining. Appreciate it. I'll see you guys soon.